NFL 24. And we've got Breece Hall. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Jets and the Bengals on Monday Night Primetime.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Mixon last week: 15 carries, 70 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. When you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Burrow will throw. Room to maneuver at the 35. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Higgins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on an open drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're finally...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now the numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Come on.
Straight ahead is Hall. Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now it's Burrow. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Steps away to his left. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They will throw on first down with Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Oh, look at the juke. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Burrow looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing offside, complete to Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the delay, it's Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The ball has to be set higher with this beginning.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Point after try forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. That is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Justin Jefferson, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there,
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
So here are the Jets now to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved.
And he's going to take it in for the Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to Mixon on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Still fighting. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good chunk of those yards came after contact, and that's an area where he's really starting to excel as a running back.
It felt like he was doing a drill that running backs have to perform all the time, especially in pads, called gauntlet drill. 2 guys, you know, people, there's these 2 rows. You have to go right through the middle of them and make sure you take care of the football and knock people aside. He's performing the drill on that run.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw.
He finds Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are right back in this football game. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 27.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. He'll look to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They run forward with Mixon. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The New York set to take the field.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Hall.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, but led to a really nice game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Hall.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So that, Charles, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 9. A little over 80 ticks to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. Burrow. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing. Burrow. Connecting with Mixon.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
This is 1st and 10. Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Here's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. To throw, Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. Oh, the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them